Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel SKM Tutorials Hub. In today's video, we will be discussing 15 common Python interview questions. These questions are perfect for anyone preparing for a Python-based interview, whether you are a beginner or brushing up on your skills. Please make sure to watch the video till the end. Before we dive into our today's content, if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. In that way, you will always be up to date with our latest videos. So let's begin with our first question. What is Python? List some popular applications of Python in the world of technology. Python is a high-level interpreted programming language that is well known for its simplicity and readability. Its clean syntax and powerful features make it a favorite among the developers. Some of the popular applications are web development using frameworks like Django and Flask, data science with libraries such as Pandas, NumPy and Matplotlib, machine learning with leveraging tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch, automation and scripting, which is ideal for automating tasks and scripting, and finally game development using Pygame for creating games. Python's clean syntax and powerful libraries make it a go-to choice for various applications, from web and game development to data analysis and machine learning. Now let's move on to our next question. What are the benefits of using Python language as a tool in the present scenario? Python stands out for several reasons. Firstly, it is easy to learn and use. Its simple syntax makes it accessible for beginners and allows for rapid development. Next, it has extensive library support. Python offers a wide range of libraries and frameworks that simplify complex tasks. It has many versatile applications, from web development and AI to automation. Python can handle all of these. Next, Python is platform independent. That is, you can run Python programs on various operating systems without any modification. Finally, it has strong community support. A vibrant community provides support and contributes to a wealth of resources and tools. Python's ease of use, combined with its versatility and strong support community, makes it a preferable language for a wide array of applications and industries. Moving on to the next question. Why is Python called an interpreted language? Python is known as an interpreted language, but here we need to dive a bit deeper to have a better understanding. When we write a Python code, it's first compiled into a bytecode. This bytecode is an intermediate low-level representation of our code. This bytecode is then executed by the Python virtual machine, that is PVM. The PVM translates bytecode into a machine code that the processor can execute. Python processes bytecode line by line, which supports dynamic behavior and simplifies debugging. Although Python involves a compilation step to bytecode, it's considered an interpreted language because the bytecode is executed by the PVM in a way that allows for line-by-line processing and dynamic execution. Next question we have, why is Python called platform independent? Python is called platform independent because its programs are compiled into bytecode, which is a form of intermediate code that can be executed on any operating system. When you run a Python program, this bytecode is processed by the Python virtual machine, that is PVM. The PVM takes the bytecode and translates it into machine code that is specific to the operating system you are using. This process allows Python programs to be executed on various platforms like Windows, macOS, and Linux without needing any changes to the code itself. Essentially, Python's use of bytecode and the PVM ensures that your code can run on any operating system, making Python truly platform independent. This design allows Python to maintain its versatility and ease of use across different environments, enhancing its popularity among developers who need to deploy applications on multiple platforms. Coming to the next question, what does the hash symbol do in Python? In Python, the hash symbol is used to add comments in our code. Comments are pieces of text that the Python interpreter ignores when running our program. They are meant to make our code more readable and understandable for humans. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose we have a line of code like this. So here, after the hash symbol, everything is a comment. This doesn't affect the execution of the code but provides helpful information about what the code is doing. Using comments effectively can greatly improve the readability of our code, especially when working on larger projects or collaborating with others. They act as notes or reminders that can help anyone reading the code understand its purpose and functionality better. Moving on to the next question, what is the difference between a mutable data type and an immutable data type? In Python, data types can be categorized as either mutable or immutable. Mutable data types can be changed after it has been created. For example, lists and dictionaries. For instance, you can modify, add, or remove elements in a list or dictionary without creating a new object. Immutable data types, on the other hand, cannot be changed once it has been created. For example, tuples and strings. If you want to modify an immutable data type, then you need to create a new object with the desired changes. Next question, what is the difference between a set and a dictionary? Set and dictionary both are useful for storing collections of data, but they have distinct characteristics. A set is an unordered collection of unique data types. They are iterable and mutable, meaning you can change their contents. Sets do not allow duplicate elements, so every item must be unique. This is an example of set containing 3 elements 1, 2 and 3. A dictionary, on the other hand, is an ordered collection of key-value pairs. Each key in a dictionary is unique, but the values associated with those keys can be repeated. It functions like a map where each key is linked to a specific value, making it easy to access or update data based on the key. This is an example of a dictionary where name and age are the keys and Vivek and 25, these two are the values. Sets are great for storing unique items where the order doesn't matter, while dictionaries are ideal for associating keys with specific values, allowing for efficient data retrieval and manipulation. Understanding these differences helps in choosing the right data structure for our needs in Python. Next question we have, what is the difference between a single front slash operator and a double front slash operator in Python? In Python, the single front slash operator and the double front slash operator both are used for division, but they serve different purposes. The single front slash operator is used for regular division. This operator performs a division and returns a floating point number even if the result is a whole number. For example, if we divide 5 by 2 using the single front slash operator, that is the regular division, then it will give a result 2.5. Whereas the double front slash operator is used for float division. This operator performs integer division and returns the largest integer less than or equal to the result. It effectively rounds down to the nearest whole number. For example, if we divide 5 by 2 using float division operator, then it will give a result 2. The single front slash operator is used when you need the precise result of a division, including fractions, while the double front slash operator is used when you need just the whole number part of the division result. Choosing the right operator helps you get the exact type of result you need for your calculations. Let's move on to our next question. Can we pass a function as an argument in Python? Yes, we can pass functions as arguments to other functions in Python. This is because functions are treated like any other object in Python. Higher order functions are functions that can take other functions as arguments. Here is a quick example. The add function takes two arguments and returns their sum. The operate function is a higher order function that accepts another function named func and two values a and b. It then calls the provided function with these values. When we call operate function with three parameters, that is a function named add and two values 5 and 3, it executes the add function with the values 5 and 3 and thus it gives the result 8. Functions in Python can be passed around just like variables or other objects. This allows you to create flexible and reusable code by defining operations separately and using them as needed. Higher order functions which accept other functions as arguments are a powerful feature in Python for creating versatile and modular code. Coming to the next question, is indentation required in Python? Yes, indentation is mandatory in Python. It defines the blocks of code for structures like functions, loops, and conditionals. Python uses indentation to group statements and indicate what code belongs to which block. Proper indentation is crucial for Python code to work correctly. Let's look into an example. In this example, you can see that the code inside the if statement and the for loop is properly indented, showing that it belongs to those blocks. The print statement is also correctly placed outside the if block. So this example shows correct indentation. Now we will look into three scenarios where incorrect indentation leads to indentation error. In case 1, we can see that the indentation of the second print statement is not aligned with the previous lines and this leads to an error. In case 2, we can see that there is an extra unexpected indentation before the second print statement, which is indented more than necessary. In case 3, we can see that the print statement is not properly indented and this missing indentation leads to an error. We have executed the three scenarios in Python and these are the outputs with respect to the three cases. In each of the cases, you can observe different error messages. If you are interested, you can pause the video and have a look at them. Next question we have, what is dynamically typed language? In Python, you don't need to declare the data type of variables explicitly. This is because Python is a dynamically typed language. The data type of a variable is determined at runtime, which means you can change the type of a variable during the execution of the program. Now, let's have a look into an example. Initially, x equal to 10 assigns an integer value to x. In the next line, if we write x equal to hello, in double quotation, then it changes X to a string type. This flexibility allows you to write more versatile and concise code, as you don't need to specify data types when you create variables. Being dynamically typed means Python handles type assignments automatically, making the code more adaptable and easier to write. It contrasts with statically typed languages where you must declare the type of each variable at compile time. Moving on to our next question, what are the built-in data types in Python? Python provides several built-in data types that are essential for various programming tasks. First is numeric types. Under numeric types comes int for integers, float for floating point numbers, and complex for complex numbers. Next, sequence types. Under sequence types we have str for strings, bytes and byte array for binary data, list for ordered collections of items, tuple for immutable ordered collections, and range for sequences of numbers. Next, mapping type. Under mapping type we have dict for dictionaries which store key value pairs. Next, set types. Under set types we have set for unordered collections of unique items and frozen set for immutable sets. Next comes boolean type. Under boolean type we have bool for boolean values which can be either true or false. Next, none type. None type is used for representing the absence of a value with none. So these are the data types which are fundamental for storing and manipulating data in Python programs. Let's move on to our next question. Differentiate between list and tuple. A list in Python is a mutable sequence, meaning you can change its elements after creation. Lists are slower in terms of performance compared to tuples due to their flexibility. You can add, remove, or modify items in a list. A list is defined using square brackets. On the other hand, a tuple is an immutable sequence. Once you create a tuple, you cannot modify its elements. Tuples are faster and more memory efficient than lists because of their immutability. A tuple is defined using parentheses. Examples for both have been shown here. Coming to the next question, what is slicing in Python? Slicing in Python allows you to extract a portion of a sequence such as a list, tuple or string. The general syntax for slicing is sequence, then within square brackets we give the three parameters start, stop and step separated by colons. Among the three parameters, start is the index to begin the slicing and it is inclusive, which means that the slicing will start from that very index. Stop is the index to stop the slicing and it is exclusive, which means slicing will stop just before this index. Step is the interval between the elements and it is optional. Its default value is 1. Let's have a look into an example. We have taken a list named n with 5 elements starting from 1 to 5. As we know that indexing starts from 0, so the index of our last element will be 4. Now the three parameters of slicing in our example are 1, 5 and 2. Our slicing will start from element 2 which is present at index 1, that is the starting index. Next, our stop index is 5, so the slicing will stop before this index. Within this range, we will take every second element starting from index 1, because the step size in our example is 2. So finally, the sliced list becomes 2 and 4. As it picks 2 from index 1 and 4 from index 3 skipping the elements in between. Here comes the last question. What is pip? Pip stands for pip installs packages and it is Python's package manager. It's a command line utility that helps to install, manage and upgrade external Python libraries and packages that aren't included in the standard Python library. Pip makes it easy to add new functionality to your Python projects by downloading and integrating third-party packages from the Python package index. The general syntax for using pip is pip install and then we have to give the package name. For example, to install a library like NumPy, you can use the command pip install NumPy. That wraps up our 15 Python interview questions and answers. I hope you will find this video helpful in preparing for your interviews. If you are preparing for a Java interview as well, then please make sure to check out my videos on Java interview questions from the end screen cards or from the description box. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Your support really helps me continue creating more content like this. If you have any questions or topics you would like me to cover next, then please drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.